right there, the girl says, as long as you don't mind my age, 25, I don't mind your age.
Now, why is this so screwed up? Because Tony already addressed this in 2017, and Keemstar has decided to resurrect the allegations again in 2020 in his video about me.
Listen, I'm not gonna tell anybody the catfish story. Tony, that is for you to tell. You gotta tell people why individuals years later after this incident would be in your chat calling you the P word.
Keemstar never reported on this story, so this is fresh meat for his audience to renew their witch hunt of Tony.
I don't think it's still disgusting. It's two consenting adults that are having a relationship with each other or talking to each other. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Obviously, the age difference is not something that I would be a fan of. Listen, but dude, if I was 64 and I had some 25-year-old girl saying what's up, I'd be like, hey, you know, like, you guys are saying this now, but whenever we're old fucks with our ball sacks hanging down to our knees and some 25-year-old bitch comes up and she's trying to say, hey, hey, you know, like, look, you can't hate on a player, man. Like, I remember I saw this one fucking thing, and like, this dude said that he showed this picture to like his son and his daughter. And it was a picture that motivated both of them to go to school. And it was a picture with an old man with a model girlfriend that was like way younger than him. I don't think I've actually heard a single word this guy said so far in the song. And like every fucking 65-year-old dude wishes that he had it so creepy. Bro, shut the fuck up, dude. Like, get the fuck out of here. It's not creepy. Okay? Like that... Show pick, it's hilarious. Regardless, yeah. Anyway, it's a Facebook meme. Well, yeah, I thought it was still a good meme. The point that I'm making here is that I do think this is a mischaracterization of what Keemstar had said, but I do think that Keemstar was irresponsible in saying it. So, for example, Keemstar was originally being accused of being exclusively responsible for hate for Tony, and I think that Keemstar bringing up the story was basically drawing attention to the fact that he's not exclusively responsible for it, and he gave an example of something that he had nothing to do with that happened independently of him that Tony received harassment for. So Keemstar bringing this up was maybe irresponsible, but the point that he was making is completely valid. Yeah, it's completely valid statement, but he caused the catfish? Well, if he says that in this video, we'll see. Right, but like unless it's proven that he caused it, I think that's completely irresponsible to say too, and it's not true at all.
To accuse Tony again of being a pedophile as a means of deflecting blame.
I wronged you in the past. The least I could do is give you a pass and not explain that catfish story.
That's pretty cut and dry, right? I mean, that's who she says she was, and hey, you know, we were friends for a long time.
You gotta explain that story. You gotta tell that story.
Anything else is just horseshit.
The least I could do is give you a pass and not explain that catfish story.
That piece of shit should take that video down and quit telling a bunch of lies.
He should. That's completely true. Like the guy that made the video is a piece of shit. Like yeah, obviously it's ridiculous. It's dishonest. Tony got targeted because he team's attention.
Oh, no, dude, I doubt it.
Okay, so you're making an assumption that because Keemstar made the video, or the original video about Tony, that drew attention to his channel, and in the process of having the attention drawn to his channel, then the person catfished him and did all this, and so it's ultimately Keem's fault that he got catfished.
5600 XT and a fucking...
I think that's a bit of a reach.
AMD 3700.
Yeah, I really do think that's kind of it's a bit of a reach, because Tony was acting in his own, like he wasn't acting like being controlled by somebody else. Like this is what he was doing entirely. And yeah, how's that not a reach?
I was not aware of.
Really?
Yeah. I'm glad I didn't.
Catfish is 25. Well, the person, okay, so there's two things, right? So the individual that catfished him, if you can't prove that happened,
but you get all the fucking
I don't feel like that's something that you can just accuse Keemstar of having happened. Now, was it probably because of that? Yeah, it probably was because of that, but you can't prove it, so I don't think that it's something that you should really sit around and just assume as a fact. Who knows why it happened or who did it?
Hey guys, I just wanted to put out this video just to clarify, right? Just to absolutely clarify. I am not here to say that the catfish story is real. I'm not here to say that Tony is guilty or innocent. I am simply, just like my video today, am here to say that there is this catfish story, that there are these accusations.
Well, then why'd you put the goddamn video out? Hey, the tweet. You put it out because you knew a whole bunch of your little asshole buddies that watch you would come over and screw with me all day long, which they did. And that's exactly what you wanted to happen. Jesus Christ. You know, I thought you were in the news business. You're supposed to do the news.
I don't know. Tony hasn't been watching the news for the past 10 years, apparently. I think Keemstar is doing the news.
If you're going to do the news, then you should go check and find out if that story is really true or not. The truth is, you already know it's not true. You've known for a long time it's not true. You knew it wasn't true when Return of the Wilderness brought it to you more than 2 years ago. But this is just your way of trying to put a little smoke screen out to where you're the good guy and everybody else is the bad guy. But the truth is, you are the biggest phony asshole that ever walked the planet.
Because Keemstar made this big thing about how unprecedented it was that H3H3 mentioned his sponsors. And I guess G Fuel dropped Keemstar. Keemstar went after my sponsors. Keemstar tried to get G Fuel to drop me. What a fucking lying hypocrite shitbag. And I didn't even care. You know, like, none of my sponsors left me because Keemstar said to. What I took offense to was when Keemstar attacked my children. So I would watch